nasa death row ay laging puro mahihirap dahil hindi nila afford ang mahusay na abogado. Which calls to mind yung mga biktima ng EJK na karamihan ay mahihirap. Kaya nga po marami nagsasabi that the war on drugs is a war on the poor. Since this morning, I was intently listening to the former president. At nung umaga po, during the first interpellation, nabanggit ninyo na kayo mismo ay nagugulat na sa dami ng pinatay at inutusan yung pumatay, pero wala pang kaso laban sa inyo. Bakit po kaya ganon, Mr. Former President?
Ewan ko, sir. Ikaw lang makasagot niyan.
Marami pong salamat for responding, Mr. Former President. I'll now go to my questions, beginning with, earlier, you have reiterated quite often that you will cooperate. Papayag po kayong maimbestiga at magpaimbestiga sa ICC. Is that right, Mr. President?
Matagal ko na silang hinintay, sir. Ako nga ang lilipad na doon kung may pera lang. Sa totoo lang.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Former President, the second question is, doon po sa investigasyon na ito sa ICC, papangalanan niyo po ba ang mga miyembro ng Davao Death Squad?
Former President, yes?
Ako yun, sir.
Yes. Your response? Can you turn the mic on, please? Thank you.
DDS? Sila naman nagawa ng Davao Death Squad. DDS means Davao Development System. That's the correct term. You are abusing the phrase to the detriment of my city. Wala na tuloy pumupunta doon.
Still on the issue, Mr. Chair, willing po ba kayo na doon sa investigasyon na yon sa ICC na pangalanan ang mga biktima ng pagpatay sa Davao ng DDS, however you call it, simula nung kayo ay mayor hanggang sa kayo po ay maging presidente?
Hindi ako gumagawa ng listahan, sir, kung sino ang namatay. You have to go to the register of what's it? Civil registrar. At maybe sa police. Huwag ho sa akin, hindi ako bookkeeper para sa namatay ng mga tao.
Next question, Mr. Chair, Mr. Former President, willing po ba kayo na doon sa investigation na yon magsalita tungkol sa paggamit nyo sa PNP bilang inyong death squad through the reward system?
Yes, I will answer questions about DDS, but I have never said that I am willing to admit the existence of DDS to kill people.
In that investigation, Mr. Chair, Mr. Former President of the ICC, willing po ba kayong banggitin kung sino-sino ang nasa drug war at a drug war watch list ng Malacanang at ng police?
Magalit pa ako, sir, kung hindi nila gamitin. Totoo lang. I would be totally disappointed kung hindi nila gamitin yung listahan kung nasaan yan. And the people that they think could shed a light to the extrajudicial killing that happened in this country.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Former President, dahil willing kayo magpaimbestiga, naniniwala po ba kayo na kayo ay entitled to due process?
Natural.
Mr. Chair, Mr. President, bilang akusado, naniniwala po ba kayo na you and your co-accused deserve a fair day in court?
I am not an accused. And whoever you are pointing to as the other accused. So I cannot answer your question intelligently.
Mr. Chair, for an intelligent answer to the question, perhaps I'd like to direct this question to Attorney Chel Jokno. Attorney Chel, ano po ang rights of the accused sa ICC?
Parehas lang po sa mga karapatan ng isang akusado dito sa atin. The right to fair trial, the right to due process of law, the right to remain silent, the right against self-incrimination, the right to confront witnesses and cross-examine them. Halos magkatumbas po yan.
So kung magkatumbas po, kasama po dito, Mr. Chair, Mr. Attorney Jokno, yung they are innocent until proven guilty.
Yes, the presumption of innocence also, yes.
Thank you very much, Attorney Jokno. I'd like to end this very quick round of questions with this short manifestation, a reflection perhaps. Medyo nakakabagabag po na yung mga biktima ng EJK ay hindi na-afford nung parehong treatment na makukuha ng mga kakasuhan at kinasuhan sa ICC. Hindi po ito in-afford sa lahat ng pinatukhang, lahat ng nasa watch list. Hindi man lang nakatapak sa korte, hindi nagkaroon ng fair day in court. Nahatulan agad at nahatulan ng guilty. Ito pong mga makakasuhan po, I'm not yet done, Mr. Former President, Mr. Chair. Napakaswerte po. Should the former president face the ICC na hindi niya mararanasan ito dahil makakaranas siya doon ng due process na ipinagkait sa mga biktima ng tukhang at extrajudicial killings. That would be all, Mr. Chair. As promised, I will not consume my time.
I will respond by saying, sir, that I'm waiting for the warrant of arrest of the ICC at saan ba, sa Hague ba yan? Hindi pa ako nakapunta doon. Libre yan. Baski nag-handcuff ako, I would be very willing to go there. Anytime. Totoo yan. Sa edad ko na ito, I'd rather spend my time. Maganda ang prisuhan doon, sir, komportable. Doon na lang ako magtapos ng buhay ko.
Thank you very much, Congressman Sindanya. Next on the list, Congressman Bongalon. Congressman Jill Bongalon. Because Congressman Sindanya did not exhaust his allotted time, I will pass the time to you. So you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening to everyone. Magandang gabi po, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and to all other resource persons. Let's talk about the International Criminal Court. And I guess we have resource persons who are lawyers for the victims of the EG case. And I would like to direct my questions to the lawyers. Based from my understanding, Mr. Chair, the jurisdiction or the general mission of the ICC is to investigate and, if warranted, prosecute individuals who are charged with heinous crimes such as war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity. Would that be correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, including a fourth crime, crimes of aggression. So these are the only 4 types of crimes tried before the ICC.
Yes, and that includes crimes of aggression. And later on, nakuha po yung attention ko doon po sa opening statement ninyo, Attorney Conti, na merong hong kaso ngayon, no, ang biktima nitong EGK at nasa ICC na po ito. Tama po?
That is correct. The preliminary examination was opened February 2018, and the investigation was granted June 2021.
Before I go on the details of the case, would you care to update us what is the status of this case before the ICC?
So the status of the case at present, Your Honor, would be it's at the investigation stage. Bale po, yung sa atin po kasi ang kilala natin ay preliminary investigation. And there are 2 questions. One, what is the crime committed? And second, who is the perpetrator? Sa ICC po, sa preliminary examination, ang tinalakay na ay meron bang crimes against humanity na ginawa sa Pilipinas? Meron. Kaya nasa second stage na po tayo, who is most responsible or who are most responsible for these crimes against humanity. The ICC is in the process of determining these people so that they can issue either summons or warrants of arrest before trial can begin.
You mentioned a while ago that it was already determined that there is a crime against humanity. And you are referring to the war on drugs.
Yes,
Is
Your
that
Honor.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor. The ICC opened the investigation upon the request of the Office of the Prosecutor, approving the request because they believe that there is reasonable basis to believe that crimes against humanity were committed in the Philippines within the scope of November 2011 to about June 2016, murders and other inhumane acts which happened in Davao City, and from July 2016 to March 2019 nationwide. So that is the scope of the investigation, temporal and geographic.
Part of your statement earlier, you mentioned that we charge him as liable for heinous crimes. Heinous crimes. He is liable for conspiracy because of the institution of a state policy to neutralize whomever he identified as so-called enemies of the state under the guise of anti-criminality.
Yes,
Would you
Your
care to explain and expound this statement?
Your Honor, actually, part of that is derived, in fact, from ICC documents, both from the OTP, or the Office of the Prosecutor request to open the investigation, and the decision agreeing to such. This conspiracy says that the killings were premeditated murders. Ang lumalabas po, kung magre-refer po ako sa sinabi kanina ng isa pong resource person, si Senator Trillanes, the war on drugs was a ruse. Nabanggit ko rin po na hindi naman naging quote-unquote talagang gera, kundi naging massacre ng mahihirap. Ang kinalabasan po, gagawa ng kumbaga enemy. Ang kalaban daw ay droga, at under that, mag-ooperasyon. Sa ilalim ng mga operasyon, nagkaroon po ng planting of evidence, fabrication of evidence, para mabuo yung itsura na parang may nangyayari sa war on drugs. Pero po sa totoo, ito po ay mga patayan na talagang isinagawa para lang iswak doon sa operations. Kung ididikit ko din po doon sa dati na nating na bulatlat, pati po mga politically motivated crimes or politically motivated murders, dito na rin ipinasok sa quote-unquote war on drugs.
Earlier, we had a discussion that it was mentioned that guilt is personal. And as a lawyer, I understand that if we go about with the provisions of the revised penal code, Title 2, which refers to the persons who are criminal liable for felonies, yung Article 16 nang sinasabi doon, yung mga principal, accomplices, and accessories, and yung Article 17, sinasabi po doon yung tatlong klase ng principals. Principal by direct participation, principal by inducement, and principal by indispensable cooperation. Yung principal by direct participation, that is what we are referring to guilt, which is personal. And you mentioned a while ago that you are charging the former president because of the conspiracy. And also, he is liable as principal by inducement or principal by indispensable cooperation. Would you care to expound and explain this, Attorney Conti?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Chair, I would like to just clarify also that when you say guilt is personal, it doesn't mean that you have to be on site. You don't have to be the one who pulled the trigger. When you say guilt is personal, it means that you participated in some way or another in the commission of the crime. And when you planned or masterminded a crime, that is guilt that is personal as well. And so the participation of someone by inducement, nagbigay ka ng reward, sinabi mo, gawin mo ito, babayaran kita, that is inducement. By indispensable cooperation, bubuksan ko yung pintuan, gagawa ako ng policy para makapatay ka. At pagkatapos niyan, sisiguraduhin kong hindi ka mapaparusahan o maiimbestigahan. That could be principal by indispensable cooperation.
And a while ago, again, going back to the issue or topic of conspiracy, basically conspiracy means The act of one is the act of all. And how would you allege that the act of this